I'm letting you in on my prediction for the next big social event, and I want you to breathe like a dragon if you agree with me. It is a follower milestone meetup, and what that means is that you celebrate once you hit a milestone like 1,000 followers on Instagram or 500 subscribers on YouTube. I think this event is going to be essential, especially in the future with the growing creator economy. I'm about to show you how you can plan your first milestone meetup with a focus on calendar planning. We're going to get really detailed on how I plan my own so you can use that and apply that to your niche. If details are your thing like they are for me, then grab a pen and paper because this video is for you. Let's start with purpose. The purpose of a follower meetup is to drive excitement. You're going to want to create a ball of energy that is so big that it gravitates others to want to know what it is you're doing and want to share it with their friends through word of mouth. Now, word of mouth is so important because that is the best form of trust. I love to study energy and spirit. That's kind of my thing. And you're going to want to pick a theme that already exists, that already has that energy in order to create the most momentum. Next, we're going to choose a date for your follower meetup. In my case, I'm celebrating 3,000 followers on Instagram. 3 is my lucky number. So I chose February 21st because 2 + 1 = 3. The goal is to make it seem like the stars and planets are aligned for you to host your meetup on this specific day. When I look up number 3 in numerology, I find really great themes. All great things come in 3s, like past, present, future, mind, body, and soul, blood, sweat, and tears, and all these things give 3 really great meaning. For your homework, I want you to determine what number it is that you're celebrating, do some research on it, and then find a date that is relevant. Location is super important to me. I'm about to confess something that you're probably feeling too. As a content creator, we all want to be hosted, and this is a situation where I don't want to wait anymore, so I'm going to host myself. And you can use that hashtag. I picked a location that I'm constantly promoting in hopes that I can grab their attention and do a partnership in the future. And that location is Starbucks. Now buckle up because I'm going to take you down a Starbucks rabbit hole detour. So, hi, my name is Sarah and I love chai tea lattes. Do you know how many other Sarahs there are on this planet who also like to order chai tea lattes? Well, there's lots. To change things up, I gave myself a new mobile order name every month, and calendarist that I am, I like to theme it and post about it. And this reel highlights my favorite themed mobile order names. I have Hermione in August, Wednesday in September, Sabrina in October, Pocahontas in November, and Elsa in December. I always want you to think how you can take your concept one step further. In this case, I started posting polls on what my name should be so that you can select my name for that month. Here's an example where I selected 4 different dragons to choose from, and you guys chose Mushu. Great choice. Theming is the most fun part, and you're going to want to pick a theme that connects with the most amount of people on a global scale. In my case, if you haven't noticed by the hints I've been dropping, I selected the Lunar New Year with You're the Dragon because that means power. I've always been inspired by girl groups like the Coyotes from Coyote Ugly and the Pussycat Doll Girls. So I wanted to have a t-shirt that had my community name across it. My community name is Calendar Army. It's a combination of calendar and army, and the army part is 100% inspired by K-pop group BTS because I love BTS. I'm also adding the link below in the description. I'm calling it Calendar Army shirt, and that's where you can go to design your shirt like I designed mine for your own community. Let's start with activities. Remember how I mentioned that I love changing up my mobile order name? Well, I did this with a dragon twist where I gave my friends their own mobile order name. I took this one step further by creating a list. This list had all the different kinds of dragons based on their timeline of when their movies debuted, and I applied this list to the order in which my friends arrived to the meetup. Here is a list of my favorite dragons on their timeline so that you can screenshot this for your inspiration. If you guessed that I ordered the dragon drink, which does exist, then you are correct. I let my friends know that once they sipped the dragon drink, then they turned into dragons. Here's the reasons why I recommend this activity. It's a great conversation starter. All my friends are excited to see who was arriving next and what their dragon name would be. 2, the dragon names actually matched really well. There is one case where we got a whole backstory on how much Elliot meant to one of my friends. And then I also learned that not too many people know about Falcor, which is my personal favorite dragon. I have to tell you this crazy story. I gave myself the name of Maleficent, and you'll never guess what artwork was in the mobile order pickup area. Yup, it was Maleficent. I'll tell you, when you start setting themes, then patterns just emerge right before your very eyes. 3, if you order with Starbucks stars, you can actually build enough points to get free drinks, and I got a couple. Now on to physical activities, and this will blow your mind. Now I looked up follower celebration pack to get a head start. I looked up anything like a celebration button, balloons, tablecloth, centerpiece, and I couldn't find anything. Anyone who's making merchandise right now, this might be something good to look into because it is what's considered by economics as a blue ocean economy, because I couldn't find any competition out there. Wouldn't it be funny in the near future if you go to your convenience store and you check out the greeting card section and there's a greeting card for happy 1,000 followers next to happy retirement? I found this activity online. It's called What's Your Dragon Name? You start with the first letter of your name and the month you were born. Some of my friends had really fun dragon names like Turbo Chaos Maker and Hyper Night Crusher. And you can write your dragon name on this little paper and put it in the red envelope that I give you. You start collecting items and your name would go inside the envelope. The pack also came with a lucky coin. You can add that to your envelope collection. And finally, I typed up a thank you letter. It is one that is heartfelt. You can screenshot it and use it for inspiration. Add it to the envelope as a giveaway. You're also probably wondering about my celebration button. I designed the badge on Canva, printed it out, and then I inserted it into the celebration button pack. You snap it together, and the best part about it is that you can reuse it with a different celebration in the future, making it sustainable. Because it's sustainable, this is my favorite item out of all the giveaways. I'm going to add the link below, a celebration button, so you can purchase it as well. Speaking of sustainable, the extra leftovers that I had, I turned into wall decorations for you. Speaking of Canva, I designed my own attention-grabbing flyer, which I recommend you design one too. I'm going to leave this here so you can screenshot it for inspiration. My superpower is preparing in advance. I don't know about you, but when that moment's actually there, I'm too wired and too hyper to think through anything. So I recommend coming up with 5 picture poses ahead of time. Picture pose number 1 is that generic sorority girl pose. 2 is everybody pointing the number 3 or whatever follower milestone you're celebrating. 3 is standing in clumps of 3 or whatever follower milestone you're celebrating. 4 is related to your theme, so ours is impersonating your dragon. 5 is something funny. I made us all do fire breathing, which is inspired by this reel that I recently posted and did really well. The feedback that I got was that the conversation starters were great. A way to enhance the meetup is to have activities where you're actually doing something like a drawing class. One of my friends gives out friendship bracelets, which almost works like a business card. So what about a friendship bracelet workshop? That's a wrap on how to plan your very first follower milestone meetup. If you'd like to stick around, I recommend watching this video. It has to do with the topics that I predicted would be trending in 2024. Doing this research helped me decide on making the theme Year of the Dragon. Now, if this meetup would have happened in the summer, then I would have picked a completely different theme. Hint, it would have involved the Eiffel Tower and a sporting event that happens once every 4 years. I mentioned it in my video along with other hit or miss themes. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you on the next one.